What to do if you're not getting hired. This can be extremely frustrating, especially since you've taken time to write your resume, interview, meet all these amazing people, only to find out that they don't want to give you a job. And on top of all of that, companies these days don't like to give feedback, so you never really know what you did wrong and how you can improve. So this video will show you what's going wrong and also how to fix it. Let's get started. There are lots of reasons why you may not be getting any job offers, but they really can be boiled down into three main problems. Number one, you don't have the right experience or background for the job itself. This could be because you are applying for the wrong jobs or you just don't have the experience that you need to actually execute the role. Let's say you're trying to be an accountant, but you've never taken an accounting class or you've never even been an accountant before. It's kind of hard for them to hire you. Reason number two, your resume sucks. Maybe you do have the right relevant experience that they're looking for, but your resume doesn't do a good job of highlighting it, so recruiters and hiring managers don't want to give you a call. Reason number three, you are bombing your interviews. All companies have interview questions designed to assess both your technical skills or ability to actually do the work and your soft skills, or basically to understand your personality, to see if you're a hard worker, you're nice to work with, and if you would fit in at their company. Okay, so you're probably thinking, yeah, that's great, but how do I know which one of these problems applies to me? Don't worry, I got you covered. We'll look at different scenarios and then we'll see which one of these applies to you and you'll know what's going wrong. So let's say you aren't getting any recruiters reaching out to you on your LinkedIn or your GitHub for the jobs that you're interested in. That means you either don't have the skills that are needed for the job itself, or your profile isn't optimized and set up in the right way so that these recruiters can find you and ask you to apply for these opportunities. Or another scenario may be you are applying online for all these jobs, but you're not getting any calls or emails back. This could mean your resume needs some work and some polishing, or you're just applying for the wrong jobs. If you do think that your experience actually is relevant, but you're still not getting any calls or emails back, that's when you gotta double down and really focus on your networking. And don't worry, if you wanna know how to get good at networking, I already have a video linked up here on the channel that you should definitely check out. Okay, so let's say you have been getting contacted by recruiters and companies and you've been asked to interview. What that basically means is your resume is pretty good, so I wouldn't worry too much about that anymore. At this point, what really must be the problem is your interviewing skills. Remember, your resume is just the key to get your foot in the door. After that, it really doesn't matter and it all comes down to your interviewing. Okay, so now let's look at the interviews and see what that could mean for you. For those of you who work in computer science, computer engineering, programming, data analysis, or highly technical roles, a lot of your interviewing processes usually involve technical interviews or case studies. So if you are getting rejected immediately after those rounds of interviews, then you know that those are the technical skills that you need to brush up on and practice. Okay, let's say your role doesn't have those technical interviews, or you do pass those, and then you make it to the next round of interviews, which are supposed to assess your behavioral techniques, your personality and leadership style, things like that. If you're getting rejected after those interviews, then that means you need to brush up and practice on your behavioral interviews and answers. And not to worry, if you're looking for tips and tricks on how to answer those types of interview questions as well, we have great free content for you up on the channel, and I have an entire playlist linked up here. Alright, so now that you're able to diagnose your potential problem areas and you can now understand why you may not be getting any of these job offers, you know exactly what you need to work on, which means you can now go to Google or YouTube or the CareerShakers website and search exactly what it is that you need to improve on so that the next interview that you get, you'll really crush it and nail it. I hope this video was really helpful and can remove some of the frustrating parts about any hiring process. If you found this video to be helpful, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe so you can find your way back to the channel to get more great free content just like this. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.